to the sea. But how does she know which way to go? In a world without light pollution, the sky is a mass of stars. She, like the other hatchlings, simply heads for the lowest point of light. That way must lie the ocean. On her way down the beach, she registers features of the sand that we couldn't even detect. Its smell becomes imprinted on her memory. In the first few minutes of life, each hatchling behaves like a mini computer, storing volumes of information. Years later, this data will guide them back to their birthplace to breed. It's hard to believe these tiny scraps of life grow up to be some of the greatest navigators on the planet. Once our female reaches the waves, she swims at right angles to them. And so begins a 24-hour swimming frenzy, which carries her clear of the treacherous coastal waters. What happens in the next 20 years is still a mystery. All we do know is that turtles swim thousands of miles to and from their feeding grounds, using an amazing form of navigational technology, one which we humans have discovered only recently. A turtle's brain contains tiny particles of the mineral magnetite, once used in compass needles. These respond to the pattern of magnetic force fields through which they pass. By programming in this navigational data, the growing turtle's brain builds up a map of its ocean world. This memory map will guide it back to its birthplace with amazing accuracy, even after 20 years or more. When a female reaches breeding age, she rewinds all the cues in her head to return to the place where she began. Meanwhile, males feel the same instinct and also return to their home beach. So as the female approaches land, she runs into a squadron of suitors. After mating in the shallows, she hauls her heavy, egg-filled body up onto the beach. The sand's distinctive smell, logged in her infant brain so long ago, is the final confirmation that her epic voyage has come full circle. Who would have thought a shell on legs was so sophisticated? But there's one well-traveled reptile group that leaves the turtles standing. Snakes possess a range of super senses that have helped them conquer every continent except Antarctica. They've even managed to turn leglessness to their advantage, slithering into all kinds of surprising places. Spring arrives on the prairies of North America. Garter snakes emerge from the big freeze after a winter hibernating in protected cavities deep underground. As things warm up, more and more snakes emerge, until eventually the ground is swarming with them. Snakes have the smartest scent technology of all reptiles, but they don't use their noses. They're equipped with super high-tech tongues, which trap smelly molecules wafting on the breeze. The clever science happens in their head. Each prongful of scent is drawn into the mouth and then wiped over a special scent detector. The results are analysed in stereo in the snake's brain, telling the snake which smells are coming from where. This is vital information, because all these snakes are males, and when the females emerge later, the males outnumber them by 10 to 1. So, speed dating is the only way to go. Each female heads off, leaving an alluring hormone trail. It's guaranteed to drive red-blooded males wild with desire. They deploy their scent detection kit to track her down. And soon, a mob of males are hot on every female's tail. In general, the biggest male mates first, but sometimes smaller males manage to sneak in ahead of him. Within a few hours, she's the center of a frenzied mating ball. But the female's always in control. And when she's had enough, she switches perfumes to a passion-killing stink which sends her suitors slithering away. Snakes live in a violent world. So, are they up to the challenge? Well, some of them have a pretty fearsome weapon: venom. This tongue belongs to one of the deadliest snakes of them all. An eastern diamondback rattlesnake. Loaded with chemical ammunition, it's scanning this Florida swamp for prey. There's enough venom in a single bite to kill 6 people. This is one snake you don't want to disturb. It's as much at home in water as it is on land, which gives it a distinct advantage over us. Prime hunting territory. Here's the target, but who's going to make the kill? The snake has one big head start. It can follow scent trails with its tongue. It also senses temperature with special pits below its eyes. It can see heat the way we see light. It's a hungry, heat-seeking missile. Having seen off the competition, the snake can get on with the job. After tracking the rabbit with its sense of smell and thermal receptors, the snake finally lays an ambush and deploys a chemical weapon. The strike is super fast. To see it, we need to slow down the action 100 times. The long-hinged fangs swing forward and penetrate the flesh. Biting triggers the release of venom. Hollow fangs act like hypodermic syringes, injecting the free-flowing venom. It's a lethal dose, but it doesn't kill instantly. The rabbit appears to escape, but the rattler is close on its trail. The rabbit's heart is pumping poison all round its body. But with rabbit smells everywhere, how does the snake keep tabs on his victim? Clever chemical technology has this covered too. The venom contains smelly marker chemicals and a diuretic, so the dying rabbit dribbles a scent trail of urine. But the really clever part is still to come. By the time the snake catches up with its newly dead victim, digestive enzymes in the venom have already got to work. This rattler's venom is rich in cytotoxins. These digest the glue that holds the walls of the blood vessels together, causing massive internal bleeding. They then start to digest muscle tissue and the blood itself. So by the time it's swallowed and begins to be digested from the outside, this meal will already have been pre-digested from the inside. The result is a meal of tenderized meat. Venom is the reptile's smartest offensive weapon, but even smarter if used for defense as well. The African savanna can be a dangerous place for a snake. This cobra has been spotted by a hawk. In a fix, it has an amazing defensive trick. It fires first. That's why this snake is known as the spitting cobra. And it's so fast, we can't see it in real time. Its aim is guided by the architecture of its mouth. Its fangs are fixed with a rifled ball to focus the venom jet right on the target. And the snake always aims for its opponent's eyes. Spitting cobra venom is like acid. It causes excruciating pain and temporary blindness. It's a unique and fantastically effective weapon. The trademark of a truly smart reptile. Deep in a forest in India, there's a creature that woodcutters fear above all others. It's the giant king cobra, one of the longest, most venomous snakes in the world. And when it rises up and spreads its hood, it can look a grown man in the eye. One bite can deliver half a teaspoon of venom, enough to kill up to 13 people or a large elephant. Fortunately, it only rarely attacks people, and then only in self-defense. The king cobra isn't interested in warm-blooded prey. It specializes in much more dangerous quarry. The Indian cobra.